Aeroplanes are great. Kinda. Sorta. Not really. Okay, they're kinda garbage, but nevertheless, that's the theme of this month's video, okay? We can't all be winners. So as a child, born and raised in Edinburgh, Scotland, I've travelled on planes a few times. Why, you ask? Well, although one half of my family live in Scotland, the other half of my family live in Australia. You know, that country that doesn't exist. Just like Canada. Why did I put that in the script? So without further ado, let's look at the life-draining process that'll make you wanna game end yourself that we call plane travel. Are we all ready to go? Oh, 1 minute, man. Let me finish my homework. I said, are we ready to go? The boarding. The whole process of boarding and getting through the maze we call the airport is such a drag. Even if you use the airport on the regular for like your job or whatnot, I still don't think you fully know what you're doing. Usually when someone's just been on a plane, the most commonly asked question they usually get is, how long was the flight? And usually they respond with how long you were flying in the sky on the plane. But if you actually think about it, if you put into account going through customs, getting to the airport, finding your gate, waiting for your gate to open, and all the other little stuff that comes along in airports that'll mess up, can make you notice that your plane travel experience can last a lot longer than you think. And going back to mess ups, flights can be delayed, or even worse, cancelled. Last time when I was heading to Australia, we had a layover in Dubai that lasted about 3 hours. After those 3 hours were up, we were waiting at the gate to board the plane, when all of a sudden, on the big speaker on the wall, we hear,
"Hey, listen up, bigots. Due to airports being dumb and stuff is way too complicated, I'm glad to inform you that, your flight has been delayed by 3 hours.
Oh shit, 3 hours? That's like 2 hours and 1. Oh god, now I'm gonna miss the flight from Melbourne to Sydney, and now everything's gonna be messed up, all because some bald guy in the speaker called me up. Wait, what did you just call me? The food. Alright, before I talk about plane stuff, I would like to make it really clear that I do really respect all the stuff that the plane staff do to make my flight as comfortable as possible. It must be a really hard job, and we need to remember that these people are human, they're not gods. Now that being said, I'm gonna smack talk them for the rest of this video. This is how this relationship works, okay? Don't at me. Plane food is an experience, to say the least. Is it a good experience? No. Is it a bad experience? Yes. Okay, let's just deep dive into this. One of the big problems I have with plane food is how little you know about it. Like, for all I know, they could have the same poison in it than the popcorn has at the cinema. See, I did the reference to the other video. Isn't that cool? Am I allowed to do that? And I know in your head you're probably saying, but Chuck, you could say the same about the boneless banquet at KFC. And yeah, you're right, but at least I get the reassuring smelly smell that is smelly of chicken, telling me that it is indeed chicken. And that brings us to my second problem with plane food. Everything smells the same and weird. Like, I don't think pasta or fish should smell the same in any situation. And the cherry on top of all of this is neither of them smell like fish or pasta. It all just smells incorrect. All of these reasons combined result in me eating as little as possible on planes, which results in me drinking a lot of apple juice. The entertainment. So on my most recent troddle to Australia, I was actually surprised with the in-flight entertainment, but we'll get back to that. To those who don't know what I mean by in-flight entertainment, basically on long flights there's a screen located on the back of the seat in front of you that has movies, games, and other entertainment stuff to keep you entertained. Basically, when I was like 5 and heading over to Australia, they had this fish game on the plane, which I thought was uber-duper fun. And then, skipping 5 years later, and I was heading back to Australia, I was excited to experience the game again. However, I was disappointedly disappointed. The game was very basic, and all you did was feed the fish, watch the fish, And that was about it. It was basically owning your fish. The game. Blizzard should be taking notes. And before you ask, films were more or less the same. When it came to kids' films, there was only really 3 options. Frozen, SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water, and Big Hero 6. He's not fitting in here. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Frozen as much as the next person. But if you add up all the runtimes to the 3 films, it only clocks in about 5 hours and 10 minutes. Of a 23+ hour flight. Oh yeah, trips from Australia to Scotland are really long. But that's only 5 hours. 5 hours! Less than a quarter of the flight. I was a little 10-year-old baby boy. What was I supposed to do during that time? However, as I stated at the start of this segment, I travelled to Australia at the end of 2019 to spend Christmas and New Year's over there, and I had a blast, but that can be its own separate video maybe, who knows maybe. However, when it came to films on this flight, it was 100 times better. Like, look at this! We got Aladdin, Avengers Endgame, we got Dora the Explorer, Lost City of Gold, and tons more. I was a very happy camper. However, the games were more or less the same. I mean, come on, where's my De Blob 2? Where's my Cartoon Network Battle Crashers? Where's my Marooners? So to sum it up, the movies have improved, but the games need a bit of work. The landing. Okay, this one's going to be a lot shorter, because there isn't much to this. So the landing seems fun at first. You've gotten over the hurdle of the flight, and you don't need to worry about crashing and jazz. All you gotta do is land and whoop! Here we go, just gonna volleyball smack you down to land real quick, nothing much. My fellow animation chum Laddie, who knows nothing of my existence, said to chew your gums while landing or taking off to stop your ears from popping, because boy that shit can hurt. But the mouth chewing strategy for me worked pretty well, so everything was peachy breezy from then forth.
Hello everybody. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been just a little bit of time, just a tiny bit of time. Sorry about that. I don't really have an excuse for it. I've always been working on the video. I never really stopped. I just started doing it a lot less. And I don't know, maybe it was quarantine that kind of killed my motivation, but I don't know. It just took a lot longer. There's some aspects of the video I like, there's definitely parts I can improve on. I feel like it's not as funny as the other ones. I think the next one I'm going to try and be a bit more humorous. So, first of all, I want to have a big thanks to Rushlight Invader for doing a line or 2 in the video. That was very cool. Thank you very much, Rush. Go check out him. Heads up, he is bald. Don't make fun of him for it. I haven't really talked about it here because I'll be away, but I've started streaming on Twitch. Not very often. Like, I kind of go for phases, but if you're watching this live now, or like in the span of the first hour this is up, I'm streaming on Twitch right now, playing. I don't know what I'm playing. Maybe Minecraft, maybe Terraria. Something like that. Something basic that everyone can enjoy. I had something else to say, just can't remember what it is now. Oh yeah, I made a Discord server. Give it a little check out there. I'm thinking about if we get enough people on it after the stream, I might pop on there. Maybe I can chit chat to a few after the stream's over, maybe I can pop down there, chit chat to a few of you guys, ask me a few questions. Anything you want, really. Sorry for taking so long. That was bad. Thank you for watching, and have a nice life. Also, if I sound horrible right now, that's because I just woke up and I'm very tired.